So, now that we're in season 4, and we're sort of watched all these characters grow and evolve and who they started with and who they are today, I'm staring right... Let's start right here.
Oh,
Tyler
boy.
Lockwood. Tell me, season 1, is Tyler Lockwood from season 1 and who Tyler Lockwood is today? What did you think of him when he was in season 1? What did you think?
Well, all right. I mean, everybody in this room should know. Season 1, Tyler. Oh man, I even despised the character. He was just
a douche.
A douchebag. Douche. A complete a-hole, and then there was just no forgiving. There was no other quality about him. But I'll be honest with you. I did know in season 1 eventually, and it was in the books that. I was to become this werewolf, and I knew that was a plan all along. But to answer your question, now that we're in season 4, I've actually been really, really blessed. If you look, I've been 4 different characters. I mean, I was this douchebag jock who just beat up people for no reason. And then in season 2, I activate this werewolf trait, and so I had that to play with. Season 3, I become this hybrid, the first successful hybrid from Klaus. And now... well, I get to play around with.
It's a season of changes, and
and
that's the
Klaus
thing that I think is so interesting is that everything's changing. Like Julie just said, they're going the idea of their future in high school and what's all in store for them. And I think the one person who's having the biggest change is sitting right smack in the middle, Elena. If you are in the middle. What do you think? What do you think about Elena's journey this season? And what's going to be new about her? How are you approaching that role? Tell us a little bit about what it's going to be, what's in store for everyone with regard to Nina Dobrev and Elena.
Well, it's always kind of been, between the two characters, Elena and Catherine, it's always been fun for me to make them so different, because one was a vampire and she was bad, and then Elena was a girl and she was, sweet Elena. So how do you make Elena the vampire version of herself that's different from Catherine but still true to her own It's going to be tricky, and I'm going to be discovering it as we go along, and I think she's going to be defined by her experiences. We all grow and become these people throughout our lives because of the experiences that we have, and Elena's had some pretty crazy experiences. A lot of near-death experiences. Now, actually, she dies and comes back as a vampire. And I think everything is going to be heightened, and she's constantly going to be struggling with herself and what she is now, and the fact that she never really wanted to be that.
Well, and now you get the triangle to the left and right of you. Now, Mr. Ian Somerhalder. You came on, you broke onto the scene in season 1 as the villain, and then in season 2, you sort of, no matter how many people you killed, we sort of couldn't turn the audience against you to save our lives. And
no, we tried.
We tried.
We tried.
I mean, we had the guy snap the neck of the brother of the leading character, and you still love the guy. What's in store this journey? What's your favorite part? Like this, you've got a journey. You went from good to bad to good to bad. You walk this balancing, this tightrope. What's that like? Where are you going this season? Tell us. Talk to us. What do you like? What do you want to play? What are you going to play?
Well, I mean, I think in the conversations that I've had with Julie, these characters are wildly complex individuals that have spanned, over a century of time. And Damon, you would have thought at 170 plus years old would probably think before he does something. He still doesn't. He just doesn't. But this metamorphosis of this guy, I think, ultimately is, at this point, he tried. Season 2, he tried. He tried to do what everyone wanted him to do. He tried to be something everyone wanted him to be. And bottom line is, he is not. He's not a nice guy. Yes, he has a heart at times, but he's not. And the reality of it is what Julie and I talked about, is this year was him saying, you know what? I did everything you wanted me to do. I tried everything you wanted me to try. And it didn't work.
So, Mr. Ripper Man over there, how exactly how does that philosophy apply to Stefan? You know what I mean? I mean, you were a really good hero, and then you kind of went back to who you were born to be, which was this. You have this problem. Who are you this year?
I mean, I always, lean towards the dark side. I mean, when I got to play the Ripper season 3, for me it was such relief in a way because, I felt like always season 1, season 2, Stefan was such a good guy, so good to a flaw that I thought, well, there's no way that this could all be based in just the truth of Stefan. The truth of Stefan is he's so dark and he's so twisted and he's so dangerous that he covers it up with this sense of goodwill. But in reality, this darkness is so intense that he doesn't know what to do with it, and so he just decides to rip people's heads off.
and bunnies.
And bunnies, mainly bunnies, which is really terrifying.
Okay, making his first Comic-Con appearance with us is Zach Rohrig. I have so many questions for Matt Donovan. It's like, how do you feel being the last standing human being in Mystic Falls? Do you have health insurance? Are you surprised you're still alive?
Let's see what we could do about that.
Tell us, talk to us. Is this the season of Matt?
I don't know if it's the season of Matt, but I think it's the season of Matt trying to stay human. And whatever I have to do that, I'll do it. I'm proud to be the only human, though.
I'm human? I see dead people, but I'm human.
Ghosts, though. you see the afterlife.
No,
but you sleep with ghosts.
Cut me, do I not bleed?
But I know a lot of what's to come, but I also know that you're a very important person in this family of people, particularly to Elena. I mean, what are you going to do to earn that this year?
I mean, I definitely...
I mean, she saved your life.
Yeah, I think Matt's probably feeling an overwhelming sense of guilt right now. And how does he serve a purpose in all of this now? And I think knowing that Elena never wanted to be a vampire and would never want to cause harm to anyone else, that perhaps he might offer up his neck, arm, whatever parts of his body she wants to feed on to stay that good person.
Hey,
whoa!
Hey-o.
I mean, that's just me thinking in the future. I don't know.
Keep manifesting.
Is Jeremy ever going to find love? Jeremy, huh? Everyone you love just dies, and then they come back to haunt you, and then they die again.
Well, yeah, I have the kiss of death, and the one person that was able to resist that was Bonnie, and I feel like we were growing very close, and I betrayed her with a little necrophilia. And I don't know. That's it's interesting. Jeremy's been going through this voyage, and he's lost a lot of people, and he's failed to protect his sister, and contributed to the demise and her turning into a vampire. So I don't know if he's preoccupied, or maybe he will find love. That's up to you guys.